Hi, my name is Jamie Slye and I'm a custom headpiece designer out of Richmond, Virginia. My design business focuses on vintage birdcage veils, but I do plan on expanding the business to more everyday wear headpieces, and I will be focusing on those headpieces if chosen for Charleston Fashion Week. I chose to start my design career making headpieces because my design philosophy is that all women like to make fashion statements. They have been making statements through the years. They're still trying to make that special fashion statement, and I believe that women are more inclined to make a statement through accessorizing rather than entire outfits. Welcome to my workspace. This is also my living room in my apartment. I have laid out materials that I use for my birdcage veils. I use all vintage pieces. They are all hand sewn, handmade. I do own a sewing machine, but I don't use those on these headpieces. Like I said, I do hand sew all of them. I incorporate vintage buttons, vintage brooches, feathers. I use all sorts of fabrics, including silks, such as silk taffeta. I also use different types of lace, like Alanson lace. I have also laid out here some of my designs from my current collection. The first one is the Betty. The Betty is a pillbox hat, and it has some silk hand-stitched flowers on here. There's also some vintage pearl buttons, some French veiling, and I'll go ahead and put it up here so you can see how it looks on someone's head. This is the Betty. Next is the Scarlet. This seems to be everyone's favorite. This incorporates some silver lace, some vintage feathers, a rhinestone brooch in the center, some vintage pearl buttons, and some French veiling. I'll go ahead and put this on so you can see this one. And that's the Scarlet. Next is the Pearl. The Pearl also has some silk hand-stitched flowers, some pearl buttons and rhinestone buttons, and this can be worn two separate ways. The first way is in the front direction, and then you can turn it around and it can be worn towards the back. The next is a Juliet cap design. This features a vintage pearl applique as well as some Alanson lace. So that is that. The next one I designed for a director for a fashion show. She also wanted to make her special statement. This one has a vintage brooch in the center, some navy silk taffeta, and it's hand-stitched flower. Put this up here. So the design concept that I would bring to Charleston Fashion Week is modern with a twist of vintage. And this would be shown through some very dramatic, very theatrical headpieces. I envision every model wearing a more subdued, simple garment, almost like a flesh bodysuit, so that the main focus is on the very dramatic headpieces. I am extremely excited about this opportunity. I feel like I would bring something very different to the table for the Fashion Week. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye!